Welcome folks to the FSBN channel. My name is Jason, and if you are just joining in, you're looking at a beautiful airplane on the ramp here in Albany. We are take you all the way back to 1989, December 15th actually, of 1989, and we're going to give you a little show of what this airplane flew on a day schedule. I painstakingly researched the entire schedule of this aircraft for at least 8 days and see what it did. I'm a big fan of USAir, the old school USAir, which you see here. Just a quick history of the airline, and this is a beautiful repaint of the MD-82. And we're going to go ahead and talk about just a little bit of what this aircraft, where it came from and how it got here. First of all, USAir started as a mail airline carrier in 1937, and it wasn't called USAir. It was called it was like American Aviation or something like that. In 1953, it rebranded to Allegheny Airlines. 1979, deregulation hit. They rebranded themselves to USAir. In 1980, they acquired Piedmont, and then they acquired PSA. And just a few years prior to this acquisition, I think they acquired PSA in the 86, 87 time frame. And that is what you're looking at here. USAir did not order any MD-80s. There's a little Dash 8 departing. They did not order any MD-80s. And these MD-80s were actually from PSA, which was an airline out on the West Coast. USAir wanted to expand their West Coast footprint, if you will. They're a heavy East Coast company at the time, and they purchased PSA to bridge that gap from the West to the East. And obviously, they took their MD-80s as well. They had about, I believe, they had about 31 MD-80 aircraft, if I'm not mistaken. They had about 31 of these airplanes in their fleet, a mix of 81s and 82s, and they had them in a 142-seat configuration, 12 business, 2 and 2, and then about 130 in coach, 3 and 2. So your standard 3 and 2 setup and 2 and 2 in first class. And today we're going to take you on a nice little trip from 1989, and we're going to go to Cleveland, then over to Orlando, then to Philly, and then we'll go from there. This airplane will actually end up in Miami in the end of the day. So without any further ado, let's jump on board. We're going to get this airplane configured and ready to go, and we're going to get out, hopefully an on-time arrival or an on-time push. And here we go. Look at that Delta aircraft there. I don't know what's going on. This is the default scenery. I couldn't find an Albany scenery, unfortunately, so we're kind of stuck with this one. But this is what they would have seen. This is an EFIS airplane. They wouldn't have had this. They did have it toward the end of the airplane's life, obviously. But their MD-81s and 82s, they didn't have EFIS for quite a long time. But we're in 89 here. We're going to pretend that this thing has got EFIS on it. So let's go and start the battery. I'll throw that on. Go ahead and energize that. And we got ground power on. We got the ground power lights coming.
Autopilot.
All right, we're good. We're going to go ahead and set our
Fire, left
fire. We've got APU fire right there.
fire, right engine.
We got all 6 lights coming on there. Sorry, this is
engine.
FS24 is pretty darn pretty sensitive that way. So I'm going to do some of the quick stuff. Get it done right now, right? Here we are. I come down here, check my oxygen. Good. Oops.
Brake.
Bring them on up.
Lab. Flat. Stabilizer. Brake. Lab.
Okay, that's good. We're going to go ahead and energize the hydraulics. It's coming on. Get those flaps and slats up. All right, that is done. And last thing I want to do is actually pull in. I forgot to pull in my little FMC here. I got to get that up there. I got to see what I'm doing. Thought I had everything pulled up. Apparently not. All right, we'll get the FMC programmed and ready. That was weird. Kind of a weird thing, huh? There it goes. Okay, we got a good FMC now. All right, that's all set. And then we're going to come over to here. We'll clear that. Looking good. All right. Let's go ahead and get our paperwork. We'll start the FMC, work that up, and then we'll go from there. It is an MD-82 today with JT217 Alpha engines. Init ref coming up. We're going from Kilo ALB Albany. We got beautiful weather, by the way. We'll throw that in there. We'll go ahead and clear that. We'll put that in there. Routes coming in. We're going to do Albany to Cleveland. CLE co-routes up. There we go. And the weather up in Albany right now, 290 at 9, gusting 18. We can take 28. That's going to be the runway. That's that dash 8 was buzzing out earlier. Good deal. We'll take 7200. That's plenty of runway for us. So we'll take runway 28 out of here. And we're going to be arriving with the Tri-B 4. So we're going to go to arrivals, departures. Click arrivals. We're going to go to the Tri-B 4. And it looks like the transition today is going to be at Thome transition. So we'll go ahead and throw the Thome in there. Don't know the runways just yet into Cleveland. It could change. We'll go ahead and get all that ready to go when we get a little closer. I'll activate this. We'll execute it. And we'll go to the pref page. And let's go ahead and lock that up. I've got 0 fuel weight of 107. We'll put that in there. Looking like a fuel of 18.4. I forgot. I got to do this 18.4/November, which means we're going to burn normal. Reserves right around 6. Cruise altitude coming in at 360. And our cruise wind is going to be 261 at 46. 261, 46, throw that in there. Deviation is minus 46. Good. Oh, that's not right. That's not the deviation. That's the outside air temperature. There we go. Then we're going to click takeoff. We'll hold on that. So I got to get my numbers plugged in. And we'll do that on the EFB. So we're going to come to the EFB now. Oops. We're going to go to performance. Actually, I'll go weight and balance here, and I'm going to pull that in. Import Albany. There we go. Well, it's just a little on the little aft. I'll bring it up to about 17. There, that's a good one. So 0 fuel weight 107. Yeah, I got that in there. Okay, good. Our takeoff weight is going to be 124.6. So let's go ahead and throw the performance up. Airport, it is Kilo ALB Albany dry. Weather in Albany, I had it written down, 290 /9. Outside air temperature right now in Albany is 8 degrees. Looking at runway 28. Yep. Flap, I'm going to set up to flap 11, see how it goes with that. And then our QNH 2987. That's ice is off, packs are on. Takeoff weight's going to be right around 124.6. Pretty darn light. 124.6. Now, what's very interesting is that this airplane, cell temp 50, flap 11, 129.34.43. So this aircraft, go ahead and set those bugs. And then 120, 140, what do we say? 143 is set. Okay. 29.34.43. 129, 134, 143. All right, that's done. We can go to the legs page, and we'll have to go to route data and check everything out there just to make sure at least these are good. Maybe we have to set one or two, but it shouldn't be too bad. Looking at view, let's see what we got. Views reporting 273 at 57, so we do have to change that. 273 slant 57, that's at view. I'm going to execute. And then after view, we have 60, 66. That's pretty close to Thome. Let's just change that one. 293 at 66. At Thome. Done. And while they're doing that, the temperature is really nice. I don't have to worry about any of that. Looks like an A321 there in the house tonight. Get that going. We'll execute it, and the last thing we'll end up doing is coming down to cruise page. No, sorry, descent page. We're going to click forecast, and we're going to throw some descent numbers in there for us. We're going to do 340, 300, 115. Wow, that's crazy. So 30,000 feet. We're looking at 300 at 84. Okay, and then we're going to go to 240. We're going to go 310 at 77. Uh, 18,000, so 180. And we're going to go with 310 at 56. And then finally 12,000. And we're looking at 330 at 47. All right, all that's set, ready to go. We're done there. I'll click takeoff. Okay, guys, we're good. I'll go ahead and check the legs page and all that, and we'll go get the fuel. We got to get some fuel on the airplane, all that good stuff. So I'll force this to normal. We'll do flap 50. We'll call for the fuel truck. I do want to make sure that we get at the fuel. It'll underfuel you a little bit. Looks like we're going to have full tanks. So you can fill it up to about 90, 200, and that's the end of it. Pretty much full at that point. And that'll give us 18.4. It's going to underfuel just a little bit. Like I said, we're good on that. So let's go ahead and call for the fueler. Click this. We're going to go over to ground. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go. Park and brakes are not set, huh? Well, that's weird. There we go. Now they're set. Let's go ahead and call the fuel truck. Request refueling. I don't know why the gate moves over there. Does anybody know that? Why that happens in 24? It's such a pain in the neck. Gosh. It's annoying. I could shit and dude, look at this gas truck flying on us. That's so stupid. Like it won't do it until that's dumb. Okay, Okay, this is definitely not the airport. ALI. Wait a minute. That's right, ALB. That's so weird. Is it fueling us? Yeah. We're getting gas in the airplane now. Pretty much topping off the wing tanks on this one. All right, back to the drawing board here. I do not know why it's doing that. Oh, there's a Southwest jet just zipping through. All right, Albany, we're going to do the, there's a SID. We'll just do Albany 7 here. Probably going to be runway heading out. Yep, so we'll go 281 the heading, straight out, and it's pretty much it for us. We'll just go straight out of there. So 281 on the heading. Let's go ahead and drop that in our heading. Bug. I'll go 281 here. I'll be careful because it can go really fast now. And then altitude, they'll probably give us a 17 or so like that. All right, that's going to be on. I'm not going to do a float just yet. I'm going to go ahead and get everything planned and ready. And then we'll call for clearance right now. Let's get the clearance. That's going to be Slick or Silk 495 apparently. It should be Cactus, but whatever. I was going to shout. Albany clearance, Silk 495, looking for IFR over to Cleveland. Albany clearance, Silk 495, looking for clearance to Cleveland.
Silk 495, Albany clearance, cleared to Cleveland Hopkins. Radar vectors page, then as filed. Maintain 4000. Expect flight level 360, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 132.825. Squawk 4225.
Cleared to Cleveland Hopkins. Radar vectors page, then is filed. Maintain 4000. Expect flight level 360, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 132.825. Squawk 4225, Silk 495.
Silk 495, read back correct. Contact ground 121.7 when ready for push or start.
Ground 121.7 when ready, Silk 495. Have a good morning.
All right, I'm going to squawk 4225. Right, 4225 right there. We'll click enter. Done, and this should be on standby. Okay. All right, guys, let's do a flow. We got the fuel still coming in. We get the jetway hooked up. We'll get our passengers boarding, and this is beautiful. This livery is beautiful, by the way. I actually requested this for my repainter. Jordan paid for it, so I wanted to release this to the community. And I asked Jordan if he could release it to the community for me, and he did. And the reason why I wanted to do that is I wanted to share with, I want to share this beautiful livery with y'all. It brings me back to nostalgic days of these aircraft flying over my head in the 80s. Just cool. I grew up with this livery. Probably the first airplane ride I ever had was on a DC 930 in this livery. So near and dear to my heart. Got me into aviation. Very, very cool livery going. And I do want to walk around the jet. This is in 2024, by the way, so that's why you're seeing this these crisper textures. It's really nice. All right, let's just jump back in. We'll do our flow, and we'll get the heck out of here. We're almost done here. All right, so those are going to be our normal. I'm just going to go upstairs here and just test our fire right here. Good. And we already tested our loops, so that's done. This is normal, normal, normal. Going to push that. That's good to go. Coming down here. That's good. Galley power's on. There wouldn't be a HUD on this airplane, so I got to take that off. Start pumps off. Emer lights are coming armed. I'm going to go ahead and set this. Just the emergency Emer stand. That's good. Seatbelts coming on right now. That's off. And anti-ice for the windshield is going to come on. Don't need center fuel pumps. We'll turn these pumps on here in just a minute. Coming on the overhead. That's good. All set. Bat volts looking good. Amps at 0. Great. All that's good down here. Now this is pretty cool. This day is 26, so you would go like this. Month is 4. Flight number is going to be 479, is it? What is our flight number? 495. 495, and then you'd go leg 1. That's it. You come down here, your ACARs right there. Let's go ahead and test the anti-skid. We'll just throw it down to test. You can see the annunciators back to arm. Good. All right, supplies are off. That's good to go. Landing altitude into Cleveland is roughly about 800 feet. So we'll go ahead and zip this up to about 800 right there. This is quick on that one. And the reporting pressure is 3028. So about right there. Set that rates to 0. We're good there. It's on primary, no lights. Then we're going to come upstairs again. Ground proc's coming.
Light slope.
We're going to test our wind shear.
Pull up.
Shear.
Oh, that's good. Flood's off. That's off. Logo lights are off. Max test on the speed.
Tailwind. Shear. Tailwind. Shear.
Good lights.
Stall.
Good.
Stall. Stall.
Got that. Logo lights are off. Yacht hampers. Good. Oops. Normal ice FOD. We're going to test that. Just taking a look at the annunciator when I do that. Venturi set. That's good. That's good. Test. All done. Overhead's done. And our MCP, we're coming to check that right now. We're going to test this first. And by do that, by pushing this, you got 204 on the EPR. Right back to takeoff flex. It's 50 today. ART is off. All right, let's go and test this. Flip it over, test that. Looks good. 0 fuel weight at 107.3 set. And you're on flight director on your side as well. We're going to go ahead and test our great. And all that's good. Coming down here. That's good. That's good. We're going to go ahead and set this to 11. Right there. Set. And then obviously our trim, was it like 17 something? And I want to get that gate in here. I mean the gate jetway. Request the jetway. Come on now. I don't see no jetway operating. Alright, maybe I can do it with this. Nope. None of that. None of that's going to work better. Does anybody know why this doesn't work? It's very annoying, actually. Well, let's request boarding, please. The jetway should work or whatever. All right, let's go back into here. We're gonna click. What was I doing? Forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. Weight and balance. I wanted to see what our trim was. Trim is 17. So we're gonna come down here. We'll make sure we're at 17. And we are right there. And flap coming in at 11. Let's make sure that works. Suitcase handles, check that on both ways. Good. Done. Those are cut off. That's 11. We're all set. Ready to go. I just want to do one more test if we did have an issue today. Gonna go ahead and throw this to takeoff. Throw that on. A stupid jetway. That's really a bugger. Let's see. It's a bummer, man. All right, we're getting boarding on. All right, we got that all set. That's all done. And I just wanted to do one thing really quick, is to plug in the ILS. We're going to do runway. That's just a VOR on 28. So we can do the ILS 19er. I'll just show you probably the other way. We can try the ILS 1. All right, with me, 109.5. I want to show you something here. Let's see if it works. 109.5. We're going to throw that there. Inbound course is going to be 11. Let's go back around this way. Inbound course 11. All right, 109.5. We're going to throw that on this one as well. And then this course is going to be 11. Go ahead and flip the auto land on. You see it says auto land pre-flight test. Let it go. It's going to go through a sequence now on the FMA here. And we're just going to watch it run its sequence. It's just testing the aircraft. That's it. We've got 5,000 set. They give us 4,000 on the altitude, so I do apologize. We're going to knock that one down to 4. And that's it. We're just going to wait. Time. Our time is 10:36. We'll be taking off here shortly in about 15 minutes or so. We'll get the checklist done and rock and roll. All right, let's run the checklist. Our zero fuel weight is set at 107.3. Our takeoff condition computer is set. We're going to go ART switch off. We've got takeoff flex, and we're on 50. Our stab trim is set about 6.0. Flap takeoff selectors set airspeed, bugs, and TRP. We've set it, and we're at TRP's off. Okay, we'll get the fuel pump and we'll get the doors, and then we'll go from there. Fuel's coming on. I'm just going to start throwing on the fuel pumps here, and then we're going to get the APU started. Let it go. That's all it takes, and then I'm going to try to see if I can get that stupid HUD out of the way. We use the HUD, but not on this airplane. They didn't even have that in store or anything else. Flight mode's coming on. I'm going to go ahead and click aircraft services options. Can I operate the jetway or no? Guess not. HUD, no. That's heading up. Where's the HUD? I think that's I've got to put the head-up flight system to take off. Auto brakes on, single knob we won't do. TRP, yes. Everything else is good to go. Okay. Now we've got 70 out of 100. Looks like we're all booked. Are we on the airplane? Everybody's ready? Doors closed. Go ahead and throw that off. And seatbelts are on. APU's running. Let's go get that on the bus. Turn those off. Air's coming on. Should wait a little bit, but we'll turn them on now. And then we're buttoned up, ready to go. Go ahead and pull the chocks. And we'll throw the beacon online, and let's see, deferred items. Our doors are closed. Hydraulics are going to be coming on high. And we're done. This is an odd spot, but over here at this, at least in this view, I could see it. So I'm going to go trans on, aux on. And then we'll throw the anti-collision light to the on position. I'm going to call for push. And let's go. Prepare for departure. No, I don't want to start engines. Our APUs are running. We're ready to rock and roll, you guys. Back to the checklist. Doors closed, hydraulics are on high.
Ready for pushback.
All right, let's give him a call. Albany ground, Silk,
Departure checks completed.
495, push.
Inserted.
Silk 495, Albany ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast.
All right.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast, Silk 495.
Best way to go here is
Locking gear.
going to be that northeast. Go. Let's go like that. Let's turn that on. Zoom in. We're kind of right here, so I do want to push back. We're going to go nose to the left, tail to the right. I'm going to lift my seat up a little bit. There we go. I like it higher in this aircraft. I can see over that nose. You're kind of sitting in a bucket sometimes. It's kind of hard to see it. All right, we got air on. Packs are off. We're ready to rock and roll here. I need to take the ground power off the airplane. Nose to the left, tail right, please.
Release parking brakes, please.
GPU is off. Brakes coming off. And right at 1042. You got it.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Just give me a second, you guys, before I even start I got to do something really quick. I do apologize. This is a little late, but we'll get it going. Folks from the flight deck, welcome aboard Flight 495, nonstop service of Cleveland. Obviously, we started our pushback from the gate here in Albany. Expect winds, weather at Cleveland really is 41 degrees, just a few clouds there, light winds. And our flight time today, once we take off, we're looking at a flight time about an hour, 20 minutes. Thanks for flying, and thanks for watching the FSBN channel. Sabbatical Extra flight. I have no idea what they're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing. We're going to be...
Please set parking brake.
Oh, that was a good push then, huh? All right, I want to take a picture of this and the glistening in the beautiful sun. Go ahead and set the park brake first, and then they can do that. Park brake set.
Unlocking gear.
Not tell us too excited, huh? You know, they're not very excited, are they? Watch the nose gear pop right in the air. Boom! I told you. It's gonna be crazy like that. Alright, we'll jump back in there.
Albany ground silk 495, go ahead.
Nothing. Albany ground silk 495, disregard. Alright, let's go ahead and start it. We're going to start number 1 first. So what you're going to do is going to go
Albany
to the A
ground silk
system.
495, go ahead.
Truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Ground start valve is open.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Silk 495, wind check.
Wind 305 at Niner, test 18.
305? You got that wrong, girl. It isn't there. It's 290. 22, here comes the gas. Fuel's in. Fuel on. There's a light. Looking for about 40, and then we'll cut it out. On N2 here, right about now. Yeah, you can cut it. Okay, coming upstairs, just checking the left side. Looks good. All right, let's fire number 2. We're pretty light, but we're going to be taxiing down, you know, to 28. We can start them now. It's not going to be too bad. Beautiful morning, isn't it? Livery is awesome. I love this livery. All right, there's 22. Comes the fuel. Time it. There's a light. There's 40. Cut it. All right, take a look upstairs here. Look on the right side. That looks good. That looks good. Clear that. Coming down here on the buses. Now I'm going to just lock my seat so you can see kind of what I'm looking at. I don't know what I just hit, but whatever. All right, I'm going to reset the gens. 1. We're going to throw it on the left side. Back on. We're going to reset the right gen. Off. Takes the load on the other side. Reset, on. Good deal. And then we're going to go throw APU off. And air off. Supplies coming on auto. And we're going to go pitot static. Captain side, we'll just check all the heaters, make sure they look good. They are on cap side done. That's all set. We can keep it on, we'll keep it on A as we go. That's 00. We'll stand by for flaps. Flaps coming down 11. Right there. I had it right. Flap 11, and last but not least, close the pneumatics. we'll come upstairs. We'll check the. You would do this to check your. You got an AC cross tie lockout. Shoot. All right, stand by. Sorry, I had to reset that. It did that because the generator's tripped. Now, sometimes you don't have to do that. But normally they kind of like that. So, all right, start pumps on, nose lights on. You guys ready to rock and roll here? Let's go. I'm ready. Checklist coming up. Air conditioning panel set. Pitot heat is on. Anti-ice is off. Flight instruments are checked. Flight controls are free. Flaps and slats 11 degrees. Takeoff. Transponders on TAR. Pneumatic cross feeds are closed. Takeoff checklist is taxi checklist is complete. Seriously right now? What the? Hold on, did I trip something? Scott, the load.
Autopilot.
Yeah. We gotta wait. Boy, that's a bummer. Alright folks, I found out what's going on. This right here needed to be a normal, so we're good. I'm looking up like, why am I on the FO side? That's not right. Inadvertently hit the
Southwest
switch apparently.
3831, Gate 2 Charlie.
Let's go.
Request pushback and engine start.
Now we're going. Brakes off, here we go.
Southwest 3831, Albany ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face north. Pushback and engine start approved. Face north, Southwest 3831.
Give me a call here. Albany ground, Silk 495, taxi please with the numbers.
Silk 495, runway 1 taxi via Charlie, Alpha.
Runway 1 taxi via Charlie, Alpha, Silk 495.
Why would they give us runway 1? That's a tailwind, man. Unless the weather changed on us. I don't see a tailwind. Runway VSAR. I've got an hour ago is 290.
JetBlue 87, Gate 1 Charlie, request pushback.
JetBlue 87, Albany ground, hold position for traffic. I'll call you back.
Hold position for traffic, JetBlue 87.
Commute Air 4970, Albany ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast.
Pushback approved. Face northeast. Commute Air 4970.
I mean, aren't we going? It's 290. I'm going to ask.
Southwest 3831, taxi for departure. Southwest 3831, runway 1 taxi via Alpha. Runway 1 taxi via Alpha, Southwest 3831.
Okay, runway 1's that way. They gotta turn around. Alright, they're turning around.
JetBlue 87, Albany ground, pushback approved. Face east.
Pushback approved, face east, JetBlue 87.
Commuter 4970, taxi for departure.
Commute Air 4970, runway 1 taxi via Charlie, Alpha.
Runway 1 taxi via Charlie, Alpha, commuter 4970.
I mean, they must know something I don't.
Southwest 3831, contact Albany Tower 119.5. Contact Tower 119.5, Southwest 3831.
All right. So runway 1 now. We got to change up our heading a little bit.
JetBlue 87, request taxi.
JetBlue 87, runway 1 taxi via Alpha.
Runway 1 taxi via Alpha, JetBlue 87.
All right, takeoff coming up. Flight attendants, call them. Okay, before takeoff, takeoff confirmed, checked.
Contact Albany Tower
Ignition.
119.5.
Good, we'll contact the tower.
Over
See
to
the-
Tower
look at the winds.
119.5,
Look at that wind
Silk
sock.
495.
This stupid thing. Let's call altimeter set, ABS, and spoilers. We're going to get those on right now. Spoilers are up and takeoff on. Let's give him a call. Tower Silk 495, ready to go here, runway 1.
Albany Tower Silk 495, go ahead. All aircraft be advised information kilo now current, altimeter 2987.
We're ready to go here, runway 1 for Silk 495.
Aircraft calling for departure, say call sign.
Silk 495.
Jeez.
Silk 495, runway 01, line up and wait.
Okay, line up and wait.
Line up and wait. Runway 01, Silk 495.
Silk 495, Albany Tower, wind tree 05 at 11, gusts 21, fly heading 010, runway 1, cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 010, runway 1, cleared for takeoff, Silk 495.
All right, runway 1, here we go. Got one on
Southwest
the pavement.
3831, contact Albany departure. Have a good one.
Bringing up to 1.4 on the EPR.
Contact Albany departure, Southwest 3831, take care.
Takeoff on the FMA. Bring it on up.
Commuter 4970, holding short, runway 1.
Commute Air 4970, hold short of 01, departing traffic.
Let's go.
Roger,
that's
hold
gotta
short
come
of
up.
01, commuter 4970.
What are you doing? It's on clamp. I need more juice, dude.
Commuter 4970, runway 01, line up and wait.
What the heck?
Runway 01, line up and wait. Commuter 4970.
Come on, bro. Gosh. Sorry, guys. I'm going to overboost it. We got to get going. There we go. We're out of here. Well, that's all I could do on that one. Jeez. Positive 8. Gear coming up.
Commuter 4970, Albany Tower, wind 305 at 11, gusts 21, fly heading 190, runway 1, cleared for takeoff.
Climb check.
Fly heading 190, runway 1, cleared for takeoff. Commuter 4970.
Okay, let's speed it up. Down to 15
Silk
right there.
495, contact Albany departure. See you.
All right, over to departure.
Contact Albany departure. Silk 495. Take care. Albany, Silk 495. Good morning, 1,600 feet.
Silk 495, Albany departure, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 180.
18,000.
Climb maintain flight level 180.
Okay, so what I like to do now,
495.
let's go to my vertical speed. I'm going to go vertical speed on, and I'm going to go heading. Heading select.
Silk 495, turn left, heading tree 05.
Left turn 305.
Turn left, heading 305. Silk 495.
Albany, commuter 4970, 1,300.
All right, so I'm going to just 305 flaps
Commuter
coming in.
4970, Albany departure, radar contact, climb maintain 1 to 12,000, altimeter 2987.
Climb maintain 12,000, altimeter 2987, commuter 4970.
Slats up.
Commuter 4970, clear direct filter. Resume on navigation.
Roger. We'll head direct Filga, then resume on navigation, commuter
Slats are in.
4970. Thanks.
Speed's coming up. I'm going to VNAV climb it now. So pitch down. We're going to hold
Albany,
18,000.
JetBlue 87, good morning, 800 feet.
Silk 495, clear direct page. Resume on navigation.
direct page.
Roger. We'll head direct page, then resume own navigation Silk 495. Thanks.
All right,
You are
we're
very
going to
welcome.
track, please. So I'm going to just go nav
JetBlue
track.
87, Albany departure, radar contact, climb maintain 17,000 feet, altimeter 2987.
Climb maintain 17,000 feet, altimeter 2987, JetBlue 87.
That's awesome. See you later.
JetBlue 87, clear direct Gonde. Resume on navigation.
Clear direct Gonde. Resume on navigation, JetBlue 87.
Doesn't like that. I do that too much. It's like, I don't like that. So, all right, done on the climb through 8,000 feet. Everything's looking good.
Commuter 4970, contact Boston Center 121.35.
Center on 121.35, commuter 4970.
All right, we're at what is that? 10,000 feet. We'll do a climb check right now, just a quick one. That's looking good. We're going to have to throw that off. We're climbing now. Everything is stable. We're all looking good up on top. Go ahead and retract this. Wonder if that one's going to work. Nope, it's not. Good, that's done. And finally, we'll turn that off. That's on disarmed. Okay. That's all she wrote. All right, folks, so basically, I'm just going to climb out here, and you don't have to watch this whole thing. So I'll see you guys on the descent.
Delta 2285. Contact Cleveland Center 1 tree 4.475.
Contact Cleveland Center 1 tree 4.475, Delta 2285.
Silk 495. Descend via Tribe for arrival. Cleveland Hopkins Airport landing runway 6 left. Altimeter 3027. Descend via Tribe for arrival. Cleveland Hopkins Airport landing runway 6 left. Altimeter 3027. Silk 495. Brickyard 4611. Turn right. Heading 025. Climb maintain flight level tree 00.
Turn right. Heading 025. Climb maintain flight level 300. Brickyard 4611.
Brickyard 4611. Cleared direct HVQ. Resume own navigation.
Roger. We'll head direct HVQ, then resume own navigation. Brickyard 4611. Thanks.
All right, you guys, we're starting our descent down into the Cleveland airport. Weather is just a beautiful day down there. Calm winds. It's a few clouds there at 25,000. We should be landing in about 20 minutes or so. Now let's take a look at the performance data. Zero. Oops, 000/00. Outside air temperature is 6 degrees in Cleveland right now. 06 left. I just had it right. Vertical flaps 40. QNH 3027. Reversers will go medium. Landing weight. Right now we have a landing weight of approximately 118.8. So we can say 117. Pretty confident in that. 131 with flap 40. About 6,200 feet of runway. Okay. That's it. We're all ready to go. Medium. Nope, I want minimum. And we're on our way down now. I do want to hit 280 on the speed, so I'm going to hold that speed override right there. I'm going to clamp it out at 280.
Silk 495. Contact Cleveland Center 120.775. Contact Cleveland Center 120.775, Silk 495. Cleveland Center, Silk 495. Descending via Tribe 4. Flight level 309er.
Silk 495, Cleveland Center, copy.
All right, guys, I'm tired. I'll come back here in a few minutes, probably about 10,000 or so. All right, folks, we're getting vectored in here, 8,600 feet. I just did my descent checklist, passing through. Everything looks good. On the A side, we're landing 6 left here. The temperature is about 12 degrees, so we're doing good over the over some of the other freezing limits, so that's good. Oh, I'm tired, you guys. Man, I'm ready to land this thing and be done. 1,000 to go. $7,000 feet, we'll level off. I really don't see a lot of, it's turbulent, but I don't know if there's radar going on or something. Kind of don't see anything. Weather radar right now, so it's just bumpy. I'll go ahead and reset this. turbulent getting in these clouds. It's pretty cool. What you kind of expect through these cumulus. Getting bumped around. Let's see that turbulence here. Weird. I didn't command that. I don't know what happened. Strange. All right, let's jump back in the flight deck. We're at 7,000 feet and looking like we're headed to, I'm gonna try 210. We gotta start slowing the aircraft down. I got the speed. I'm not gonna do 210. I'm gonna go at 220 here. There we go, and I'll clamp it, open the speed up here. Sorry, I'll do FMS speed. I got heading coming up. Heading select. Man, they got you nice and slow into this thing.
Silk 495, leave Jane heading 245. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 6 left.
245.
Leave Jane heading 245. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 6 left, Silk 495.
All right, 245 in the heading. Expect the visual 6 left. We're pretty much on an extended downwind now. All right, heading select. 245 on the heading. Pretty much what we're flying now. Waiting for the descent here. I don't want to put the slats out just yet. So we're really high still on that extended downwind, so there's just no point.
Silk 495, descend and maintain 5,000, altimeter 3026, vectors for the approach.
5,000, copy.
Descend and maintain 5,000, altimeter 3026, Silk 495.
I got the aircraft. I'm going to do a vertical speed descent here. I got the speed on the aircraft now. .210, I need to slow down. Alright, slat's coming out. $1,000 to go.
Silk 495, turn right, heading 360, intercept the 6 left localizer, descend and maintain 3,300 feet.
360.
Turn right, heading 360. Intercept the 6 left localizer. Descend and maintain 3,300 feet. Silk 495.
3,300 feet on the altitude. 360, 3,300 coming up. There's 33, check, and armed. Keep on trucking down. We'll descend. 1,500 feet a minute. I got vertical speed. There we go.
Silk 495, airport is at your 2 o'clock 13 miles. Report the field in sight.
Can't see nothing right now, bro. I can't see nothing.
Looking for field, Silk 495.
Okay, speed check. Flap coming in. Uh, 1,000 to go. Out cap. Looking for a
2,500.
check. Hmm. 111.55 inbound course 058. We got localizer capture now. Speed's coming down. Flat 15. And we're gonna slow down to 160. Glide slope capture. All right, let's get the gear down. I don't think you're. This is good visual here. Looks pretty nasty to me. Flap 25. All right, let's go flap 40. I want to go landing checklist here. Landing checks. Landing gear down 3 green. Ignition's on alpha. Spoilers are armed. Yes. Flaps set 40. I'm gonna bring it down to Cat 1 here, 200 feet. If we had to.
Silk 495, I'm going to bring you around for another try. Fly runway heading, maintain 5,200.
What are you talking about? I got the airport in sight, bro.
Fly runway heading. Maintain 5,200. Silk 495.
No. 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 What are you talking about? You guys see a runway out there? All right, that's pretty crappy. This visibility went down. I got it.
Autopilot.
Runway's in sight. Auto throttle 9. 6 left. I got it. Boy, it's nice and foggy. Shoot.
500.
No. FCR. I want to click record and record. Sorry, guys. Oh, shoot. I'm getting off the center line here.
Terrain. 4.
Yeah, we're good.
300.
That's a fight. Get that nose down.
Terrain. Sink rate.
I got it.
Minimums.
Just correcting that sync rate a little bit. Oh, that guy's doing a loop.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Come on, get going. Kicking hard that rudder. Getting on that center line. Out of reversers. Welcome to Cleveland. Yeah, I wasn't going around. There's no need to. Why would you give me why would you say, hey, I'm gonna try you for another approach? What are you talking about? I had the thing lined up perfect. Like, why would I do that? Doesn't make any sense. Welcome to Cleveland, folks. We're here. Up to 0. I gotta go down to Alpha. Yeah, they shouldn't be flying some visuals. That's number 1. Okay, weather radar is coming off. All right. I'm gonna stop the FCR. I'm going to click stop recording. We'll save it. There we go. I want to get some landing shots of that. We'll clear this. We'll hold for traffic. Stop right there. Anybody coming in on your side? I got it. Okay, we're good to cross. I see somebody's coming on the runway. I gotta get off this runway because they're on the runway now. Okay, we're good. Okay, guys, we're here at Cleveland International. Let's clean the aircraft up. Retracting those. APU coming on. I see our gates. There's our Delta. Okay, slats are up. Pick a gate, any gate. We're over here by the American side, obviously. This is beautiful sceneries from PacSim. They did such a good job with this. I was able to port it over to 24 with pretty much no problems. Charlie 9 is going to be today. Or actually, we'll go Charlie 7. I wonder if they can get somebody to dispatch over here. Let's see, we want to go Charlie 7. No. Let's goose this thing in here and I'll shut down number 2. Alright, number 2 is coming closed. Really? I'm not going 33 feet. I'm good. I'm done right there, guys. We're finished. All right. Well, we made it. Brakes coming on. Brakes are on the aircraft. APU's on. Seatbelts. Engines off. Seatbelts off. That's off. Start pumps. Right, aft is on, anti-ice is off, that's coming off. And last but not least, one of those, and we will shut off our lights. That's it. Hook us up. Deplane, please. Call for GSX here. You gotta be kidding me, right? Request deboarding. There it goes. All right, you guys, we're here. This is a weird thing. Welcome to, I don't know why. Welcome to Cleveland, Ohio. We definitely had fun. This is a fun trip. I'm going to request take some pictures here at Cleveland.